Hi, this is Team Boba's final presentation for our app called Better Weather. Our team has four members, which are John, Nina, Michelle, and Zach. SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. It is a type of depression that is related to changes in seasons, and it usually starts in the fall and continues into the winter. After we did research, we found out that more than 15 million people in the US are affected by SAD, and it gets even worse because of the pandemic. Compared with the same time last year, 3 times more people feel anxious or depressed. Lastly, people are not willing to share their symptoms with others. Our focus is how might people in inclement weather areas with SAD achieve a stronger sense of connectedness and better self-care techniques so that they can improve their mood. After we did user interviews, we also find out that SAD people do not have enough effective and convenient ways to manage their symptoms, and our goal is providing them an application with enough guidance for daily treatments or alleviations.
These are the key personas that we designed for Better Weather: Josie Ross and Leonard James. Josie is an undergraduate student with mild SAD, and Leonard is an elderly retired man who hasn't been diagnosed but feels isolated and sad. They are the two types of representative users that may be looking for mental support and could be helped by our product. Therefore, we came out with our design solution, which is called Better Weather. It is a website that merges basic chat and recommendation features into a platform to give supports and make sufferers feel less alone. The leading feature in our landing page is his weather forecast, which we try to keep it simple, neat, and clean, with nice and healing images as backgrounds. We also provide detailed background context and info to let users know more about SAD and tell them it is validated and there are solutions to combat it. Then we have our 3 key feature pages: chat room functions, music therapies, and travel recommendation. Through these, users have the chance to foster connectedness, peer support, stress relief, and increase possible light exposure by seeking nearby outdoor sunshine.
For usability testing, we conducted structured interviews and asked participants open-ended questions. We asked them about navigating through the site, if it was intuitive or not, and if they'd like any features changed. We were especially interested if there were changes in their mood after visiting the website. We found that users wanted more guidance overall, improved filtering functionality, and a more unified design. Meet Josie Ross. Josie is a student at UW who is currently back home in Portland, Oregon. Josie has seasonal affective disorder. This year, her symptoms have been worse due to the gloomy weather and social isolation from lockdown restrictions. Luckily, after a bit of Googling, Josie finds Better Weather, a website aimed at helping people with SAD foster connectedness and improve their mood. On the landing page, Josie is presented with the weather in her area. Josie decides to use the chat feature where she can chat with others going through the same struggles. She can also create new chat rooms and add people to the chat room. She sends a text in the chat room and waits for a reply. In the meantime, Josie heads over to the travel page to find travel recommendations around her area that have more pleasant weather. She makes note of a few that look interesting. Afterwards, Josie heads to the music page where there are curated playlists designed to lift the user's mood. After listening to a few songs, she feels more relaxed. Feeling her mood lifted, Josie bookmarks the website because she thinks she'll be using it a lot in the future.
In terms of ethical considerations, it really stems from the fact that SAD symptoms themselves are very, very sensitive for SAD patients to talk about. So because of that, first and foremost, consent is completely given to them, and it must be given to record answers and use it in our user research. Anonymity is completely guaranteed. We assure interviewees that they are more than allowed to only partially answer a question rather completely. And before the interviews start, we lay out the procedure very, very transparently. In terms of future plans after Capstone, we plan on keeping our project open source to make it available for people, or more specifically SAD patients. We also plan on making the code public as well as data deletion. And if we do choose to eventually take the website down, we will notify the users.